What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Daglomo here, and today we're going to continue our season in FC26. In the first episode, we got 3 wins and a draw with Shamrock Rovers and our user-created player, Johnny Daglomo. In today's episode, we've got some easier matches in the league. We're going to start off with Bohemians, then Galway, coming back with Drogheda and Cork City. And this season, opposed to others, I think we're going to do 5 games per episode instead of the usual 4. And that's going to bring us to Waterford to end the episode. So that's going to be 5 winnable games. I actually think that's probably the 5 worst teams in the league. So this should be a high-scoring, action-packed, fun episode. Be sure to like it if you enjoy. And of course, just to catch everybody up, we did get 3 goals and an assist in that first game. All right, so here we go. Bohemians, definitely a winnable match. And I just want to say before we get going in this episode, hang with us for a little bit. We're going to be playing with the audio settings. For some reason, in some episodes, my audio either cuts out or the video cuts out and I just have a black screen. So I'm playing around with a couple different settings to try to fix that. And one of them is just filters on the volume to see if we can stop a glitch that may be happening from happening. So we'll get it all dialed in and let's go ahead and get going with this match against Bohemians. All right, so like we were saying with the audio, we're trying to get the crowd volume and our voice commentary along with the music that we put in and the sound effects. We want everything to be nice and crisp, so we're going to be playing with that for the first couple episodes. Hang in there, we'll get it right. But for now, here comes Bohemians. I really like their uniforms, the pink and blue. Kind of look like those old popsicles from the 80s, you know, the USA-looking popsicles. This defender has us cut down pretty good. We're going to move inside. Here we go to Daglomo, top of the box. Nobody comes to a shot right at the keeper, Talbot. Parsons gets behind the defense. He lays it off, and McGinty makes a fingertip save. So I've already said it once, but these uniforms for Bohemians are really sharp. Here we go, ball headed down right at McGinty. Good steal. Daglomo gets it back, and that's going to do it for your first half. And the score is 0-0. Good ball into the box. Clark is there, pushed off by Lopez. And what is this? It's a penalty kick. Oh no, they're going to call Lopez for the foul. And a penalty is awarded. Look at that, the captain. Captain with a little bit too rough of a shove here in the box, and that's going to set up a Bohemian penalty kick. First PK we've seen this season either way. The shot, and it's straight down the middle, but in the net. McGinty jumped to his left, should have stayed right where he was, and that's Flores' first goal of the season. So Bohemians with a fluke. Pretty easy shot right down the middle. McGinty didn't need to move, but he went left. Healy looks in the middle, finds Byrne. Byrne lays it off, the shot from outside the box, but Talbot's there to make the save. Played into the box, over the middle, shot, they score, and Bohemians will double the lead. Turney with the goal, and they will surely come away victorious now. Absolute disaster here for Shamrock. Ball on the outside. He's just going to pass it back over the middle to Turney. So there you have it. Final score, 2-0 Bohemian. That 90th minute goal didn't really matter too much. It was more just the icing on the cake for him, and we will move on to the next one. All right, well, we have a new play style that we can assign. So let's go ahead and do that. That should help us out a little bit. So we have a first touch. I'm going to take that one. So this one's called shooting line. Shoot and beat the goalkeeper and score as many times as possible. Basically just a normal shot or a finesse shot. So let's see what it looks like. I guess you're just shooting from behind the line. Easy enough. So that one I was before the line, so I don't think it counted. So not hard at all. I think this is probably one of the easier ones. You just kind of walk it up and aim for a corner. R1 in circle is a nice shot into the corner. And as you can see, we're already at 14,000 points, and we've still got a whole nother round to go. That's an easy A. So for anybody looking for another easy A, shooting line, let's do pass through the gap. Haven't tried this one yet. Let's see if we can get our second A of the night. It looks like we're just doing ground passes. So I guess we're just passing to the people that are lit up in yellow through the middle. As you can see, just hit it outside. And wherever the guys are lit up yellow is where you want to make the pass to. So easy does it. He stole it from us here. Oops, not very good on this. Just pass it over here, over to the yellow. All right, so it wasn't pretty, but another one that was easy to do. So that will be back-to-back A's, and that will get us 300 points. So always nice to add a couple new training A's to the repertoire. And now we will move on to the next game of our season, Galway United. So it wouldn't be Irish Premier League soccer without the rain. Got a lot of space. Daglomo, top of the 18, rips a shot and it'll go just wide. Taking his time. Here we go. Daglomo has a go again from deep. Keeper makes a two-handed save for a corner. Daglomo carries it up. Nice ball. Byrne flicks it onto Burke. 1-on-1 with the keeper. He pulls up, shoots into the corner, and it's 1-0. Shamrock Rovers striking first here on the road. Beautiful passing between the three stars from Shamrock. Here we go. Nice little through ball. Burke gets behind the defense, tees it up with his left foot, and plants it home. 1-0 lead for the number 10. Healy up ahead. Daglomo spins, top of the 18, pulls it into the box, shoots, and it's going to be a goal! Johnny Daglomo and that magic left foot. And it's a fourth goal of the season for Johnny, and we've struck twice here. Let's take a look again. Daglomo just decides to run with it himself and have a rip, and it was too much for the keeper. An absolute laser. Shamrock out on the wing. Daglomo plays it over. Nice shot from outside, and it goes just past the post. Takes it around the end to the corner. He's going to drop it back. Looks back to Healy, into the box. It's Byrne. Byrne shoots. It's deflected, and it almost snuck in, but it's out for a corner kick. Play it up to us. Come on, that's a little bit too late. So we're going to go to half with a 2-0 lead. Daglomo with a nice goal. Here comes Johnny. Edge of the 18, pulls it over. Gonna go with the left, shoots. Keeper makes a grab. Honohan into the box. Daglomo shoots, but it's weak and at the keeper. I don't think that Galway has had an opportunity here all game, and now they're gonna put one in the box. Shot, McGinty has to make a save. Matthews in possession, will run out the clock, and another clean sheet and another goal for Johnny Daglomo. Looks like the Galway crowd left early after we got on them in the first half. Okay, another big game, another set of 4 points to distribute. So we did the last ones for stamina. This time I'm going to go back to speed. So look at here, first month of the season, and we are the player of the month. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at home, playing against Drogheda, and it's not raining, so happy to see that. Nice little turn. Markey breaks through the defense. He's 1-on-1 with the keeper. They shoot, they score, and Drogheda's first attempt of the match is going to put them ahead 1-0. Literally, they have not had one shot or attempt the entire match until this. And they break through the back line and rip it past McGinty for the 1-0 lead. Ball played her in, box in the middle, shot, left-footed, past the post. Nifty footwork. Daglomo kind of in and out and just toe poked it. Didn't really get all of it, but it almost snuck in. Nice ball. Daglomo gets behind the defender, shoots. Keeper makes a save. And that will probably do it. It will. We will go to halftime trailing by a goal against Drogheda somehow. Don't know how this happens against these bad teams. Finally, he chips it out, but it looks like Shamrock's going to win it back. Daglomo, nice little through ball into the middle. It's Burke one-on-one. He shoots, tucks it home, and we're all tied up. Burke assisted by Johnny Daglomo. Here we go. Daglomo settles it. One touch. And Burke runs in, slots it home low to the left. And we're all tied up here late in this one. I think that's going to give us some momentum to break this thing open. We've been pushing for a little while now. Looks inside. Byrne. Watts lays it off. Shot. And he just puts it past the post. Guys, nice ball into the box. They shoot, and it goes just wide. Oh, my goodness. And that's probably going to do it. It will. A 1-1 draw. Neither team really happy with that one, but didn't get a loss. We'll take it. Those are the kind of games you need 3 points in. Here we go. Fourth game of the episode. Somewhere in the end of that last episode, my audio went out again, so we're going to have to figure that out. But we've got it going again. This time we play Cork City. So a rainy day in Dublin. Let's see if we can get it done. So far in this episode, we have a win, loss, and a tie. 2 to go. Ball played in the box. Daglomo rips one, and it goes just over the top. I don't know if the keeper got a hand on it or not. Let's take a look again. An absolute rip. Nice ball played ahead. Daglomo looks outside, finds Byrne. Daglomo gets behind the defender. One-on-one with the keeper. Daglomo shoots, and he hits it off the post. Oh, he just missed the post. Actually hit it off the board behind the post. He just shanked it. Daglomo and Watts team up there. Nice ball played into the box. Daglomo is here all alone. Tucks it home. And that's a top bin goal for Johnny Daglomo. Shamrock takes the lead early. 19 minutes in, Daglomo with his 5th. That was a really nice ball. Look at that little chip. Good run. And look at the placement on this shot. Settle. And a right-footed goal this time. Right up in the upper 90. Cannot draw it up any better than that. Here we go. Nice ball up ahead. Ball played in. Daglomo's going to come up and grab it, and he puts it home. Capitalizing on the defensive error. And Daglomo has his 2nd. We're only 28 minutes in. This could be the first hat trick. Goal number 6 in just the 8th match. We're going to have to take a look and see what happened again exactly. So the defender went to pass it back, and the rain just slowed it down. Daglomo ran onto the ball and knocked it home. It's almost like they passed it back to the keeper and didn't have enough mustard on it. And we just blasted it home for our 2nd. Nice steal, and we were off to the races, but they call it for the half. But we'll have to take it, man. 2 goals, 2-0. Can't ask for much more here today from Johnny. Shamrock forces a turnover in the final third. Gonna play it back up. Watts looking over. Daglomo. We go. Finally, some good passing in the final third. Daglomo, and we've got our first career hat trick. 3 goals in 55 minutes. Johnny Daglomo strikes again. Our 7th of this season. Little tip to everybody. Notice the little run we're doing there. Calling for the through ball in between the defenders. Right at the edge of the offside trap. He's going to toast Daglomo. Puts it inside the box to Maguire with a shot. And it's going to deflect around. It might sneak in. Oh, how about that? Just keeps it off the line. Shot from way out, and he's going to put it in. What kind of knuckleball thing was that? Keeler. Okay, so what it actually is a deflection. Watch this. Here's the shot. It hits that defender's ankle and ricochets up into the net. Healy up ahead. Burke chips the keeper, and Mersad is able to grab that one, so no trouble there. We got about 10 minutes to go. So final seconds. Murray in his own end. That's going to do it. Johnny Daglomo, his first career hat trick, 3-1 Cork. Gets defeated by Shamrock here in Dublin. But today it's all about Johnny, and we've now scored 7 goals in our first 8 league matches. Another 10-0 rating. All 3 of our target shots ended up in the back of the net. So all these good performances like hat tricks and goals, and they keep giving us more and more points. So we're going to go ahead and get our acceleration up. Here we go. Final game of tonight's episode. Playing Waterford on the road. A nice little bowl end of the stadium there. I kind of like it. Looks like we're in South America or something. Ball's going to be chipped into the box and headed on. Keeper makes a save right in the first minute. KO'd. Nice ball into the box. He takes a one-time shot, and McGinty's able to get it out. See what we can do here. Pulling it inside. Good overlapping run. Watts back into Daglomo. The shot, and the keeper just gets a foot on it. We are scoreless at the half here at Waterford. All right, so we had the audio issue happen again in the first half of that game. Fortunately, there weren't too many highlights. I think both teams had a couple decent chances. We had one good one, probably have the audio to that, but if we don't, just know that nothing at the half, and it was pretty close. Not a lot to write home about. Hopefully we can separate here in the final half of this one. Good ball into the box. Olakaya pulls it back, shoots, rebound, and it's headed away. That was close. Here we go to Daglomo, edge of the box, trying to make something happen. Daglomo spins, passes inside to Burke. Shot from way out, and McCullen eats it up. He'll throw it out to his left. 3 minutes to go, scoreless still in this one. Shamrock has been putting the pressure on for the last 20 minutes. Here comes Waterford out of their end. Who can put the last one on the board? It's Burke up to Daglomo, 90th minute. Not much time left. Johnny cuts it inside. He'll lay it off. He was fouled, but he lays it off. Good job. Can we get it back? Byrne. Daglomo making the run. Pulls up, shoots. Keeper gets a one-handed save, and that's going to do it. So 2 wins, a loss, and 2 ties in tonight's episode. So the end of episode 2, Johnny Daglomo and Graham Burke, 1 and 2 in goals scored, and we find ourselves actually tied with Shelbourne and only 2 points ahead of Derry City and St. Pat's. But first place nonetheless, 14 goals for and 7 against. So a quarter of the way through the season already, just in these 2 episodes, and things are looking bright for both Shamrock and Johnny Daglomo. So if you like the episode, be sure to like the episode. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And until next time, everybody be good to each other. Take care. Subscribe. Peace.